So far we've talked about the parts of a matrix and its dimensions and solving linear equations. So now we're going to talk about matrix addition and zero matrices. I've got two previous videos that are linked in this description if you need them. So to add matrices, we just add the corresponding elements. And they must have the same dimensions. So that was in 13.18, 2 videos ago, when we talked about what their dimensions are. And capital letters are used to label matrices. An addition of matrices is both commutative and associative. Remember what those are, right? You can go left to right or right to left and it'll still equal the same thing, and this is the grouping property. We can regroup them. So we can add matrices. It's actually very simple. If we've got A and its values are a -5, a 0, a 4, and a 1, and we have B and its values are a 6, a -3, a 2, and a 3, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. It's got 2 rows and 2 columns, so it's 2 by 2. This is also a 2 by 2. It's got 2 rows and 2 columns. Those are its dimensions. Because they're both 2 by 2, we can add them. We get the -5 plus 6, see? We're adding these two together, and the 0 and the -3. Then we get the 4 and the 2, and then the 1 and the 3. When we add them, -5 plus 6 is a 1, positive 1. The 0 and the -3 is a -3. The 4 and the 2 is a 6, and the 1 and the 3 is a 4. So A plus B equals this matrix. See? A matrix that has zeros for all of its members is called a zero matrix. That makes sense, right? And it's often labeled with the letter O. When a zero matrix is added to another matrix of the same dimensions, that same matrix is obtained. So if we just did 0 plus 5, we'd still get 5, right? So a zero matrix is an additive identity. Just like when we add 0 to any number, it stays that number, right? Same thing with the matrix. So if we have this 2 by 3 matrix and this 2 by 3 matrix, and this is a zero matrix, and we add them together, we're just going to get this guy again, aren't we? We add the zeros to them, we get the exact same matrix, see? All right? Now we've got 3 different matrices. We've got A, B, and this O here has all zeros. It's a zero matrix, isn't it? And if we add A plus B, we're going to get a 4 plus a -6, a -1 plus a -5, a 6 plus a 7, and a -3 plus a 3. And we're going to get a -2, a -6, a 13, and a 0. And if we switched it around and did B plus A, now these are going to be added to these. It's the same thing. We're going to get the same thing because it's commutative. See? A plus B or B plus A. Same thing. And if we added the O plus A, that was all zeros, remember, plus this one, we're going to get A again. It's going to be the same thing as A. All right? Now look, we have a 2 by 2. There's 2 rows, 2 columns. And here's another 2 by 2. 2 rows, 2 columns. We add them together. This 1 plus this 4, this 2 plus this 3, the 3 plus the 2, the 4 plus the 1. We're going to get this new matrix. See? So it's really easy to add them, isn't it? They're both 2 by 2, so we can add them together. Now look at this one. Here's a 2 by 2 matrix, 2 rows, 2 columns. And here's a 2 by 3, 2 rows, 3 columns. We cannot add these together because they have unlike dimensions. Because that's a 2 by 2 and that's a 2 by 3, we cannot add these together, okay? It can't be done. They've got to have the same dimensions, all right? The same number of rows compared to the same number of columns, all right? Our next video, we're going to subtract matrices and talk about additive inverses. It's going to be a link to those 2 previous videos. I'm going to add this to the Algebra 2 playlist. We're going to keep plugging through Chapter 13, which is our last chapter for this Algebra 2 playlist. And I'll see you next video. We'll do some subtraction, all right? Bye.